And at the hardest crisis, I get a call from a woman who says to me, I need your help. The ambulance came last night for my it was an older guy, so her uncle, and instead they took the son. He was only 24, and he died. The kid that was 24.
Did he have the COVID?
Yeah, he died of COVID-19, and it was so bad in Queens and it was so bad in New York at the time. They came for the father and had to take the son, and the father died at home because he also had COVID. And because a lot of us live in the same households with grandma and our aunts, everybody in the house had COVID-19. And they had to just deal with it.
This is Richard David, a Guyanese immigrant running for State Assembly Senator here in New York. This is just one in hundreds of stories that Richard would have experienced over the past few months as COVID-19 raged on. Some of the problems experienced was the burial of loved ones according to religious customs and the lack of capacity for burial.
In Islam, you have to bury as soon as possible right after someone passes away. And in COVID, in many cases, with the backlog of the funeral homes, with the backlogs at the morgues, and the Muslim community actually had a really hard time finding plots, even available spaces to bury Muslims. And so people began booking funeral homes in Connecticut and New Jersey, and the local masjid here had to start sending people to plots that they had purchased in New Jersey because it was disastrous here.
The devastation from the pandemic and how it affected people's lives was very hard for him to process at the time.
Just in Queens alone, we've lost thousands.
Right.
And a lot of those are Guyanese. I know that because, one, Guyanese are the second largest immigrant group anywhere in Queens. I know that because I'm on the ground. We get the calls, we see the Facebook posts, we see the messages. I also know that because we are in touch with a lot of the funeral homes. We're in touch with a lot of with the religious puja store. They all have to supply religious materials for funerals during this crisis. And so we get a real sense of what's happening, and it's been devastating.
In his capacity as district leader, David has been instrumental in reaching out and helping the community by providing hot meals, groceries, and personal protective equipment. If successful at the June 23rd elections, David could become State Assembly Senator for District 31, which stretches from South Queens all the way to Wakefield.
Hi, I'm Richard David. I'm running for the New York State Assembly in South Queens, District 31.
With a special report from New York, I'm Jennifer Jabbar.